All right, all right, all right. Chosen ones, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode on Antonicus Motivates. And yeah, about to, what we do, about to do what we about to do like we always do about this time, right? About to go ahead and get into another video today. And today is May the 3rd, 2026. Sunday. And yeah, man, yesterday, Saturday, I had to take a little break for a minute and just rest and all of that. It was raining all day, so I couldn't really do a whole lot. And so, actually today I'm going to get day 32 in of the burpees training, since I wasn't able to get out in the rain yesterday and I just had to rest. And I'm just going to keep that moving along. We're just going to keep moving along, and I'm going to keep moving along with my progress and everything. But yeah, man, a lot of things I want to do, a lot of goals I'm still working towards every day out here, chosen one. Even in the midst of all this chaos and confusion the world is all in right now, in this matrix they got us in. Just another day out here in this matrix they got us all in. And chosen one, what I wanted to talk to you today about, man, is about, like, you think for yourself. That's what makes them upset. See, you like to think for yourself, and you like to do what's best for you, That doesn't mean that you always perfect or nothing like that. But you're not the type of person who you out here, just because you see somebody else trying to do better for themselves or trying to do best for themselves, that you're going to, like, scrutinize that person or overanalyze them or anything like that. You know what I mean? You're not going to be like that. You're not going to be, like, spreading other people's business all in the street and everything like that. See, that's what's different about you. In today's society we are living in, unfortunately, when you want to do what's best for you, and when you want to, like, focus in on yourself and on being your best version of yourself and stuff like that, all of a sudden, certain people have a problem with that. And most of these people who have a problem with that have something going on mentally and internally within themselves, causing them to be that way. And it's sad that it's like that, man. But all these people wanted to do is cause you more pain and suffering in your life. They just are the miserable people, and misery loves company. But let's go ahead and start moving, and I'm gonna continue talking to you about this, because see, what it all boils down to is just like what I said, man. You like to think for yourself. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me go ahead and get my shades on, man. This daggone sun is super bright this morning. All right. Yeah, so it's because you want to do what's best for yourself. You know, people got a problem with that. Now, you know, you never said you was perfect, and you know you're not perfect. You know you fall short. You know you ain't always exactly the way you would like to be, but you're working towards that. But it's like people got a problem with you, man, when you just want to mind your own business and do your own thing. And when you want to be on something that's positive instead of negative. Then all of a sudden, they got to be trying to find something wrong with you. Then all of a sudden, they got to be talking about you, spreading your business in the street. But you're not like that, you know? All you ever wanted for yourself was the best life for yourself, you know? But you think for yourself and you think outside the box, and this creates a ripple or a, you know, like it's your frequency. It disrupts the atmosphere of fakeness, man. So when you're on a high vibration and you're on a high vibrational frequency in the midst of a bunch of low vibrational people, this disturbs everything around you. And so that's where everything gets like the way it gets, where it irritates their demons. And they don't like that. So, you know what you want. You know what you have always wanted for yourself. And you're good at what you do. And that's what they don't like either. They don't like the way you shine. They don't like the way you're confident in yourself and how you walk. In your confidence and walk. Your walk knowing that you moving towards things that are positive and things that are, things that are uplifting and encouraging. Like I said before, man, it's not like you bothering nobody or nothing. It's just that you just want what's best for yourself. But that bothers them. And that becomes a problem for them. For some reason or another. said, you can't do nothing but do what you like to do. And you can't think the same way they think because you know they don't think logically. They don't think like you do. They don't think, they're not smart like you. Many of them are dumb. And they've been dumbed down by this society. And by the program. They've been programmed. They've all been programmed to live by the program and within the program. It's like every day we're out here just trying to do the right thing in a world full of everybody who does the wrong thing. And that's what, has caused you to look weird. That's what's caused you to be looked down upon and frowned upon, man, by a lot of people. And talked about by a lot of people. Most people just go along to get along. They don't push back. They don't resist. You are the resistance. That's another reason why you caused this problem with them, with many of them. That's the reason why you are a problem to them, and especially to the powers that be. And because you won't change yourself into what they want you to be. So this has caused a major problem. And you may have had to go through whatever you had to go through and, fall short or make mistakes or whatever you had to go through because you were basically being, it's like it was like you were basically having shade thrown on top of you, and like they was trying to dim your light, trying to dim you down, trying to make you less than. And it was all like done intentionally to try to get you to where you was not believing in yourself, or to get you to where you was doubting yourself. Everything they did to you was done to you to try to get you to doubt yourself, or to try to get you to stop believing in yourself, and to make you think there was something wrong with you. But there was never nothing wrong with you. There was always something wrong with them. You had to figure that out on your own. Then you had to come to the realization and the understanding of what was being done to you. You probably didn't even know when you stumbled or whatever, when you went through your period of whatever you went through, when you fell short and you stumbled and you made the mistakes you made or whatever, then they was all talking about you, spreading rumors about you in the streets, trying to ruin your reputation and stuff like that. Like they're perfect or something like that. Or like they do no wrong. Or like they don't have hardships and difficulties. But it's like they just want to, all of them want to see you fail. And it's just because you don't think like them. And because you're not like them. So they want to see you fail. They want to see you fall off. And I'm just going to keep on rolling on the video. It's people moving around out here this morning, you know, walking their dogs and all of that. But I observe my surroundings every day. But I'm here at my location right now, Chosen One. So I'm going to go ahead and get into these burpee sessions for day number 32. Because the sun is out today, and thank God, you know, the sun is out today. I just thank God for that. I also thank God for the rain we had, because I know we needed it. The rain we had over the weekend and everything like that. But it's time to get back on the grind now, man. We got things we got to do. All right? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video right there, right now, while I do this. Then I'm going to get my backpack on like I always do. Then I'm going to walk it out and talk it out with you about this topic, about like how, what it is, man, is see, you think for yourself. That's all it is. That's all it ever has been. You like to think for yourself. You don't like everybody else thinking for you and making their decisions for you. And you want to do what you know makes you happy. And what you know, what you think, what you feel is best for you. But it's like they got a problem with that. All right? So I'm going to be right back with you, all right? Until I come back, hold that thought right there and stay tuned. All right, Chosen One. So welcome back, man. Yeah, and like I was saying before, you see, the problem with you is you like to think for yourself, man. You know, that seems to be the problem with you. To them, it's not a problem for you. It's a problem for them. The fact that you like to think for yourself and you think outside the box. It's like, you know, it's like you're not allowed to do that. It's like there's some kind of, you know, something wrong with that. Like, what's wrong with standing for the truth, you know? What's really wrong with that? Nothing. But they want to try to make something wrong with that. And make something wrong with you because of that. Then they want to watch everything you doing, monitoring you, and looking at your life with a magnifying glass, and then talk about you and spread your business in the streets, what you doing at your home or whatever, when nobody has any right to know any of that. Everybody is fighting their private battles, and just because somebody is doing something doesn't mean that that person is a wicked or evil person. But that's what they wanted to try to make you out to be. See, the thing about us is we just like to stay out of trouble. We like to stay out the mix. We done dealt with all that before. We done been in and out of the system, out of the loop. You know, we done been in and out of that, in and out of jail, paying fines, giving our money all the way to the governments, the wicked, evil governments, staying caught up. We done been through all of that before. We done experienced all of that. That's what taught us the lessons that made us the way we were. So then that's the reason why we tried to do things for positivity, because we was tired of all of that. But some people don't get tired of drama. Some people don't get tired of giving all their money to the system. Some people don't learn. A lot of people don't. They don't learn. And so they stay in the system. They stay in the program. And they want to drag you down inside that. But you done learned enough already to know that you don't want to be mixed up in all of that no more. So then you tried to stay out the way. Then a lot of things happened that was outside of your control, you know, and that's life. But you're not the type of person, man. Like if you see somebody stumble or something after they was on a positive note or something like that, you ain't about to like judge that person for that. You're not that type of person. You're not a real judgmental person of other people, because you know everybody makes mistakes and everybody's trying to live right. You know what I mean? You know that. So it's like, you know that just the way you change, they could change if they really wanted to. So you try to strike up a change in others by being who you are and by doing what you want to do. And it's like you want to start like a movement for something besides what's deemed as normal all the time. Because you already know that that is not going to do anything but just continue the same thing over and over again repetitively, and it's never gonna help people to grow or to find their purpose or their calling. You know that we all have a purpose here, man, and many are called but few are chosen. So it's like, you want to think for yourself. You want to be yourself. You recognize the problem. You understand. And you know. And so you want others to know, and you want others to see what you see. Because you already seen the truth, and you can't unsee the truth. But you can't get other people to see the truth who don't want to be on board with the truth. And it's a very difficult thing to do, man. Because they control the society, the wicked, evil forces, man. They influence us through everything out here. They influence everyone to go the wrong way, to do the wrong thing. and they make it look like it's something that's very appealing and looks like something that is going to really, make you cool and make you popular and all of that, which that is true. It probably would, because you would be more popular to be in the world and of the world. But you have to be in the world and not of the world. And that's the hardest thing about being a chosen one. That's the hardest part about this walk. So it's just like, man, it's hard to think for yourself when everybody else is already thinking a certain way, and they've already done pretty much accepted the program, and they live by the program and for the program. So they had a problem with you because you didn't want to be part of it, and because you wanted to do what was best for you. But you have to do what's best for you. And you can't worry about what other people think about you. Chosen one, that's what you have to do. And they caused you a lot of pain because they talked about you and they said things about you, not knowing who you really were. They tried to set you up every time you tried to chill with them, every time you tried to hang with them. They made fun of you. They thought you was a joke. They tried to silence you. They didn't want to hear you. They didn't take you seriously. But now everything that you tried to show them is happening. And everything that you said is coming to truth. It's coming true about all this technology and everything. And you saw all the secret societies. You knew about all of that. You knew they was running everything. All these industries out here. You tried to show people. But they're too mesmerized by everything that glitters, thinking that it's gold, but it's not. That's the reason why you wasn't really out there like that, putting yourself all out there, trying to get all these likes and everything and all this validation from everybody. That was another reason why they was watching you, wondering what's wrong with you, why you ain't trying to do that. Why aren't you trying to become famous or something like that? You don't want to do that. Why would you want to do that? You don't need to be seen by nobody else but the Most High. And most of the people who seek all that validation and need to be seen by others, those same people who they finally get seen by or whatever, when they do get that validation or whatever, they don't care nothing about them. And they're all fake. And everything is fake. Everything out here is fake. You already know that. And you know what most of these people did to get that validation or to get that fame or whatever, or that notoriety. They had to do something that compromised their integrity and compromised who they were as a person. They had to do something, and they have to keep doing things to maintain that type of status And it's all nothing but a system, being a slave to the system. They want everybody as slaves to the system, to this program. But when you start to think for yourself and you try to make other people realize what you realize and see what you see, they know you. The enemy knows you. Ephesians 6:12, the powers that be. Then they target you. Then they send their witchcraft and their spells against you to try to destroy you. And that's the reason why they did most of the things to you that they did to you. To slander you. And to try to make you out to be something that you weren't. You know? So anyway, man, that's what this video was all about today. Is that, see, what it is, the only thing it is, and the only thing it ever has been, is that you know how to think for yourself. Most people out here nowadays, they don't know how to think for themselves, Chosen One. You know that. That's the reason why you have to stay away from them. Also, unless they're on your frequency and on your vibrational wavelength, you just have to maintain your vibration and don't allow them to come, because all they're going to do when they come is take your energy and try to reduce your vibration and try to put chaos and controversy and drama back into your life. So now you got to walk alone and do whatever you got to do alone. Keep building. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep growing. Forget what they think or what they say about you. It doesn't matter. Long as you know and the Most High knows who you are, and you can think for yourself, then who cares what others think about you? They don't pay your bills. They don't do nothing for you. They're not your friends. You know now they're not, none of them was ever for you. They showed you when they left you for dead and when they did what they did to you. So, you know, I mean, it's like, that's what it is, man. Is that you know how to think for yourself, and that's why everything happened the way it happened to you and with you, because you think outside the box and because you want to do what's best for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Keep doing what's best for you. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video right there though, and I hope this message helps someone out today. If you made it to the very end of this video, then I guess this message was meant for you to hear today. You know, and all we doing over here is continuing to level up daily, man. Continuing to grind, continuing to get it, continuing to reach for our goals every day, to become the best versions of ourselves, working hard, training hard, staying in the fight, keeping the faith every day. You know, so peace, love, light, blessings to you all. And as always, man, I'm gonna catch y'all all on the next one, all right? All right, so peace, so I'm out.